let's get started on these front lights. This will be a piece of cake because the backs are much worse. So anyway, what we want to do first is we want to remove this little tab right here that holds this wire. Go ahead and just take that off, and then make sure you put the screw back in the hole. And then let's make sure that we have the follow the step before about mounting the headlight bracket and routing the hose. Let's make sure these are on, and then we'll get started. Go ahead and cut your wires off between 9 and 10 inches long. And then we're not going to use the blue wires. We're not going to use those on the on this situation. Just the purple and the black. So purple and black. And then go ahead and put the female connectors on the black wires. And then the male connectors on the purple wires. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll attach these to the motorcycle. Oh, there's a picture in your kit also of this that'll help. This is the right side of the motorcycle, and I've removed that tape that was on here, and that exposes the gray and the black and yellow wire. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and cut those as long as we can. Right there, just even with that gray connector. Right there like that. Go ahead and snip those off, and then we'll put the connectors on this. On the right side of the bike, we've got the gray wire that has the female connector, and then we've got the black that has the male. And there's a picture of your kit in this also. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll do the other side. And there's the left side of the bike. Be sure to squeeze the crap out of them and pull them and make sure they're not going to come off. And then we'll go ahead and hook these wires up. Now on this side, it's the one that's next to the coil here, these wires, not the ones that are up here. Now go ahead and mount your lights just like you did on the back. Just make sure that you got the bolt and the washers are on the inside, and then the black spacer is on the outside of the bracket that spaces the light away from the bracket. And then don't overly tighten them. You know, you can snug them up good, but you can always should be able to move them just a little bit once they're tight. And then make sure you aim the lights forward. Don't aim them up or down, just straight forward if you can. They'll look a lot nicer that way. Okay, then what we want to do, we want to go ahead and plug our wires in. Now what I've done here, I've plugged this in, and I've checked this all out ahead of time. What I've done is I've put electrical tape over my connections, because what I want, this is turning all the time, and you don't want those to pull out. Plus it'll look a lot nicer. So once you get this all set, go ahead and just wrap electrical tape around all this stuff. Make sure you leave that little tab just in case you have to unwrap it later. And then we're just going to make sure the wires go in between the forks like this. On the inside of the two forks, like that. And then do the other side, same thing, inside the forks. And then I've wrapped that with blue tape on the other side. I'm going to show you that in just a second here. So anyway, let's try these and see if they work. Okay, you'll notice that they blink extremely bright. Now that's really good because that purple wire that comes out of the light, that's the brighter filament. So that's why you want to make sure you use the purple lights, or the purple wires coming out of the lights. So that looks like that works really nicely. Be sure and turn your key off. And I'm going to show you the other side, and then we should be finished up here. Okay, I've plugged these in nice and tight before I put the tape over them. Make sure you plug them in all the way. And then I run the wire in between the forks just like that. And then I'm just going to leave this like this for right now, because later on we're going to have to route that up there so that we can make it route just fine. So I think we're finished. Go ahead and check those out one more time after you tape them. And then all we got to do is the headlight, and we're finished with this bad boy. At least the electrical, which is nice.